Gaming, your home of 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming, the three greatest decades of the entire gaming industry. In this live stream, I will be playing Super Mario 64. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Now, before I kick off the live stream, I just want to share my personal description of Super Mario 64 for anyone who, for anyone who has been living under a rock for many, many years and doesn't know what Super Mario 64 is all about. Here's my brief description of the game. So, Super Mario 64 was originally released in 1996 on the Nintendo 64, and it is one of the most influential video games ever released. Nintendo brought the Super Mario Bros. Series into the 3D era for the first time due to the power of the Nintendo 64 hardware. After the release of Super Mario 64, 3D gaming would become the standard for video games. In this 3D platformer, a fully 3D rendered Mario must explore a fully 3D rendered Peach's castle and the painting worlds within to recover the hidden power stars, defeat Bowser, and of course, save Princess Peach. For the first time in the series, Mario could walk, run, and jump in any direction in a fully 3D space, thanks to the new Nintendo 64 controller with the analog stick. So that's just a brief description of Super Mario 64. Chad Middleton, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming. This is a very special live stream. This is part one of my Super Mario 64 live gameplay. Chad, how are you keeping today? Hope you're doing well and hope that you enjoy the live stream. Where's Luigi and his casino operation? His casino operation? What's casino operation about? Speaking of Luigi, we'll actually get to Luigi later on in the live stream, so stay tuned for that. Apologies in advance for the video quality. I'm actually recording from my living room this time on my main TV. Because of that, it may affect the video quality, so apologies in advance. Oh, the DS version. That's something I'm actually going to talk about actually as well, maybe in another part. So stay tuned for that. Nonetheless, let's go. Oh yeah, just one more thing. So I'm playing on the Nintendo 64 controller. This is the piece of hardware that allowed Mario to move in any direction in a 3D space for the first time, thanks to this right here, the analog stick, which Nintendo pretty much made famous for the first time. This is, of course, the Nintendo Switch online version. It's completely wireless. Just wanted to show off that controller first. Okay. Those famous words. And of course, I think one of the things that we all love to do when we first played Super Mario 64 was to absolutely annoy Mario by stretching his nose around, messing with his hat. I said messing with his hat. Making him make funny faces. Grabbing his moustache. And of course, this was to demonstrate the fact that for the first time ever, Mario is fully rendered in 3D. One of the things I used to love to do, and I used to think it was actually a secret, was to follow what I thought was actually a star around. It's gone now. I actually thought that was a star, would you believe? Let me just stretch his ears before we get the game started. There we go. I'm sick with a cold. Jesus, Chad. Sorry to hear that. Weren't you sick there recently as well? Man. Chad, you're having a pretty awful time at the moment. Sorry to hear that, man. Get better soon. This is the game you streamed when I discovered your channel. What? Really? I just got goosebumps. That's insane. So this is a very nostalgic live stream for myself and Chad Middleton. I love that. Mario is already bored. Again, sorry in advance for the video quality. It may not be the best. Mario seems to be okay with it. He eventually gets that cake at the end of the game. Spoiler alert for anyone who has yet to play Super Mario 64. And of course, what you're seeing here is for the first time, well, it would have been the first time, we got to see not only Peach's castle, but a video game world rendered in full 3D. Look at 3D warp pipe, 3D camera angles, and of course, a fully 3D rendered Mario, and in a moment he will be able to move in any direction in a 3D space, thanks again, of course, to the Nintendo 64 controller and its analog stick. That's crazy, yeah, during Christmas or New Year's time. I actually really appreciate the fact that you actually remember that, and that it actually means something to you, that you actually remember that. And Chad, thank you for always supporting this channel before Green Hill Gaming, maybe even before Green Herb Gaming. Maybe I just went with my original name. And of course, for supporting Classic Hits Gaming. Thank you for your continued support on this channel, Chad. It means a lot. First time for Mario, and also the first time for that we got to hear Charles, Charles, let's just call him Charles. Correct? Yeah. First time we heard Mario's voice in a mainline Mario game, of course. I will read this. Now, I'm going to try not to act like I'm playing this game for the first time or that people don't know about this game, because I always like to highlight my target audience, which are pretty much retro gamers like myself, hardcore gamers like myself who grew up in the 80s, 90s, or 90s, or gamers who have a passion for games released in the 80s, 90s, and 90s. But as I always say, I welcome anyone and everyone to my channel, regardless of the era that they grew up in, or regardless of what era that they have a passion for. But nonetheless, that is my target audience. So I don't want to act like this game only came out today, but I do want to highlight the significant parts of this game, if that makes sense. But I will read this. Ciao. You've reached Princess Toadstool's castle. This is a time when Peach was still referred to as Princess Toadstool, via a warp pipe. Using the controller is a piece of cake. Press A to jump and B to attack. Press B to read signs too. Use the control stick in the center of the controller to move Mario around. Now head for the castle. Now, as I mentioned, this game is literally one of the most influential video games ever released, because not only for the first time in the Super Mario Bros. Series, but in gaming, your character is fully rendered in 3D. Look at this. I know the camera is a bit fucking trying to focus now. Oh, that's because I had the controller in the way, sorry. So you can see that Mario is fully rendered in 3D for the first time in the Super Mario Bros. Series, and he can move in any direction in 3D. So I had to kick off, like I had to start by mentioning just how significant that would have been back in the day. You can do like somersaults, or well, that's not a somersault. What's that? What is that called again? This is a somersault. No, I'm actually. I don't even. That's a backflip. Wait, no. This is a backflip. You can do a long jump, straight into a tree, climb it up, and this allowed for a lot of just playfulness. When gamers got their hands on this game for the first time, just to be really playful. And I'm going to be one step ahead of YouTube by doing this every now and again. Sorry, Chad, I have to reconnect every now and again because the score when it comes to comments not showing up. I think that might have fixed it anyway, if it was a problem. So I think it's time we head into Peach's Castle after we have a conversation with this guy. Good afternoon. The Lakita Bros here, reporting live from just outside the Princess Castle. Mario has just arrived on the scene and we'll be filming the action live as he enters the castle and pursues the missing power stars. Chad, leave a comment there for me, please. Just leave a comment if you can, just so I know that the comments are showing, please. Thanks, Chad. As seasoned cameramen, we'll be shooting from the recommended angle, but you can change the camera angle by pressing the C buttons. If we can't adjust the view any further, we'll buzz. To take a look at the surroundings, stop and press up on the C. Thanks for the comment, chat. I'll be switching to iPhone this year. My phone is giving me problems now. Oh, really? Oof. Apple iPhone, though, apparently has its issues as well, so be careful. Press A to resume play. Switch camera modes with the R button. Signs along the way will review these instructions. For now, reporting live, this has been the Lakita Bros. Oh, I have to share this. A friend of mine, who I have known since I was just a little kid in primary school, once told me that if I punched this wall 50 times, I would get a hidden star. I ran home to try it out, and needless to say, it didn't work. I always find that a nice and funny memory. I know, yeah, Chad. So that's the point, though. This game is one of the many games that's credited as one of the greatest games ever made. Now, to be fair, that has been given to many games across many eras, to be fair. So it's not just Super Mario 64 that gets this, title, but it is considered to be one of the greatest games ever made. Welcome, no one's home. Now scram and don't come back. That's not, and that lovely piece of music right there, Peach's Castle music. Should point out, this game has lovely music. Let's listen to it for a little bit. Sorry for the fact that this is not full screen. Oh, I think you can you not make it full screen? Just in case. Sorry I know about this. I just want to make sure. I know I'm tired too. It's pretty late for me, to be honest. All right, let's create a save. Save file. Let's go to just ignore this for a second. I'm playing, of course, on the Nintendo Switch through the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So I just want to check one thing. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Let's get back to the game. He's sleeping away. But yeah, lovely piece of music. Hello, Toad. Am I glad to see you? The princess and I, and well, everybody. We're all trapped inside the castle walls. Bowser has stolen the castle stars, and he's using their power to create his own world in the paintings and walls. Please rescue the power stars. As you find them, you can use their power to open the doors that Bowser has sealed. There are 4 rooms on the first floor. Start in the one with the painting of Bob-omb inside. It's the only room that Bowser hasn't sealed. When you collect 8 power stars, you'll be able to open the door with the big star. The princess must be inside. Spoiler, she isn't. IGN has it 2 points less than The Last of Us Part 2. Pretty good score though, to be fair, doesn't it? I mean, considering The Last of Us Part 2 is considered to be an absolute masterpiece. This is my lovely way of jumping in. Now, I could read these signs what I want. I'm going to see if someone is playing Ring Fit Adventure, getting fit. Why not? I'm going to try to do the triple jump. Wait, we gotta get it right. We gotta get it right. 1 second now. Okay, or I could do it this way. Right now, 3rd time lucky. There we go. That's how you make an entrance in Super Mario 64. Big Bob-omb on the summit. While you're smack in the middle of the battlefield, you'll find the power stars that Bowser stole inside the painting worlds. First, talk to the Bob-omb buddy. Press B to talk. He'll eventually help you out. And so will his comrades in other areas. To read signs, stop, face them and press B. Press A or B to scroll ahead. You can talk to some other characters by facing them and pressing B. I like the Easter egg of the castle at the end of Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, me as well, man. Me as well. What a moment that was. Hey you, it's dangerous ahead. So listen up, take my advice. Cross the 2 bridges ahead, then watch for falling water bombs. The big Bob-omb at the top of the mountain is very powerful. Don't let him grab you. We're Bob-omb buddies, and we're on your side. You can talk to us whenever you like to. Oh, thank you for that. So kind. So Shigeru Miyamoto was concerned when he made Super Mario 3D. When he opened up the game world in full 3D, he was concerned that players might get lost. So I think he really put a lot of effort into directing the players. I think you can notice that when you know, after even that conversation there with the Bob-omb, he was pretty much giving me directions of where to go. Because I mean, you gotta, compare this to Super Mario World on a Super Nintendo, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're not moving like this. We're not moving from, left to right like this. We're moving anywhere in a full 3D rendered world. And that was huge back then. And of course, you can get a number of power stars in pretty much any order you want, including the power star behind the chain chomp. But I'll actually demonstrate right now, very fearlessly. I'm dead. So we set this giant chain chomp free and get our first power star. Here we go indeed, our first power star, which is called Behind Chain Chomp's Gate Save and Continue indeed. You've recovered one of the stolen power stars. Now you can open some of the sealed doors in the castle. Try the princess's room on the 2nd floor and the room with the painting of a Wamp's fortress on floor 1. Bowser's troops are still gaining power, so you can't give up. Save us, Mario. Keep searching for the stars. Of course I will, and thank you, Chad. So I'll actually take on the King Bombon. And then I'll head into the other worlds and kind of show as many worlds in this live stream as I can. Needless to say, I absolutely love this game. I adore this game. It's a big part of my childhood, as with many other gamers all around the world. It's just left just a lovely mark on me. You know, I would God help us, I would spend hours playing this game. We see Anthony, our good friend Anthony, has just turned on his Nintendo Switch and played Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo 64. I know it's a weird fucking name when you put it all together. But yeah, I wonder what he's playing. I used to play this game on a portable TV. Gamers of certain ages will be like, what the hell is a portable TV? And it was a black and white portable TV as well, mind you. And I would sneak it up to my room and play it when I wasn't supposed to. Well, hello there, Wacky Wacko. It has been some time. How are you keeping, my friend? Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming. The 3 greatest decades of the gaming industry. I am playing one of the most influential video games ever released, Super Mario 64. This is the first time that we got to see Mario fully rendered in 3D, and we got to see him moving around Peach's castle and the painting worlds within in fully rendered 3D. And the fact that he can move in any direction in 3D, very, very influential, because after the release of Super Mario 64, 3D gaming became the standard of gaming. Glad you're doing good, Wacky, my friend. Glad you're doing good. Great to have you in the live stream, and enjoy. And thank you for your continued support with Classic Hits Gaming, my friend. There's actually a pretty creepy theory, actually, about those giant cannonballs and King Bombom, which I'll get to in a moment. You saw there was two cannonballs at the base of this mountain. Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. As I fuck this fucker off the mountain. I'm the big Bombom. I gave him 2 bigs, but sure, why not? Lord of all blasting matter, King of the kabooms the world over. How dare you scale my mountain? By what right do you set foot on my imperial mountaintop? You may have eluded my guards, but you'll never escape my grasp, and you'll never take away my power star. I hereby challenge you, Mario. If you win the star, I hold. If you want the star, I hold. You must prove yourself in battle. Can you pick me up from the back and hurl me? Sorry, it's late at night. I'm tired. Hurl me to this rival. Hurl me. What? I think that I can't even read. So yeah. Funny thing is, I was playing the remake until I saw you playing the OG remake. Oh, I mean the Super Mario 64 DS. I was like, remake? I suppose Super Mario 64 is kind of a remake in ways. Oh wait, I was actually going to throw him off. If you throw him off, he gets angry. And he throws you off. as a result. And this boss battle really showcased what 3D gaming was all about, like moving around this enemy in full 3D, picking them up and throwing them in any direction. I mean, really younger gamers just won't fully appreciate what I'm talking about, because 3D gaming is the absolute norm to younger gamers. But what you have to realize is, at the time, this had never been experienced before. Before this, gaming was 2D. You were only moving from left to right, and character models were only rendered in 2D, and the game worlds were only rendered in 2D as well. Wow, what can it be that a pipsqueak like you has defused the Bomb King? You might be fast enough to ground me, but you'll have to pick up the pace if you want to take King Bowser by the tail. Methinks my troops could learn a lesson from you. Here is your star, as I promised Mario. If you want to see me again, select this star from the menu. From now, farewell. 2D and 2.5D like Doom. Well, we won't go into the specifics about, who literally and technically kind of invented, 2.5 or 3D. But I think it is safe to say that Super Mario 64 definitely established the 3D era in gaming. I think that's pretty safe to say, really. Yeah, I was playing the DS version. I was just finishing the last bits of stars of this stage. It's actually a pretty fun game. I remember getting Super Mario 64 DS. I really enjoyed it. But I really want a full-on proper remake, maybe for the Switch 2. Maybe there could be a launch title for the Switch 2. Oh my days. If only. So remember I mentioned a creepy kind of theory involving the cannonballs at the base of the mountain and King Bob-omb. Well, let's hop back in. Yeah, let's do the race, foot race with Koopa the Quick. But I want you to take notice. But let's just run past him for now. Although no, wait a second. So we'll be passing there anyway. Yeah, Super Mario 64 wasn't the first, but it was the biggest name to play. It's like saying PlayStation wasn't the first console to support CD-ROM technology. It's like saying that Nintendo wasn't the first company to release an arcade game, or Atari was the first company to technically make video games. Because as we all know, video games goes back many years before Nintendo and Atari. So I don't really want to get too technical, but the word I would use is establish, and I would say made mainstream. It's safe to say that Nintendo established the analog stick, made it mainstream. Then Sony would follow with the DualShock controller, because the original PlayStation controller didn't actually have an analog stick or analog sticks. It was actually a DualShock controller that released after the original PS1 controller that had two analog sticks. Of course, Nintendo also introduced Rumble in this controller, the Nintendo 64 controller. Then PlayStation would follow with vibration on the DualShock controller, again after the original PS1 controller. So it's not a case of who who got there first. It's more of who established it first, who really put it on the map first. But I don't want to go too technical. But I completely know what you're saying there, Chad. Absolutely. But yeah, it was definitely Super Mario 64 definitely pioneered. That's the word. That's a good word. Pioneered 3D gaming. Absolutely. Hey, Mario. Is it true that you beat the big bomb? I did. You must be strong and pretty fast. So, how fast are you anyway? Not as fast as Sonic, but I'll give you a race nonetheless. Nintendo mostly did innovation to establish 3D gaming. Yes, because innovation is basically Nintendo's DNA. So they definitely innovated 3D technology and really pioneered 3D gaming. Absolutely. Same with Sony. It was interesting era of gaming. Absolutely. 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 Fast enough to beat me. Koopa the Quick. I don't think so. Just try me. How about a race to the mountain top where the big bomb was? What do you say? When I say go, let the race begin. Oh, let's go. Oh, I love that music. I think it's just referred to as the slide theme. Oh, it's used in a few parts of the game. Now, remember I said there was 2 cannonballs at the base of the mountain? There's no 3. Why is there 3? Well, there's a theory that it's basically the ghost, the corpse of what was Big Bomb that you defeated. Just a theory. Because why is there 3 all of a sudden? I'd say my best time yet. So, funny thing is, the DS version, he says Mario ate a bit too much spaghetti, gained a bit of weight. That is funny, to be fair. Hoof, hoof, hoof. I say Koopa the Quick needs to lay off that spaghetti. You really are fast. A human blur. Here you go. You won it. Fair and square. I know I did. So let's move away from the bomb field. You've recovered 3 power stars. Now you can open any door with a 3 star. You can come and go from the open courses as you please. The enemies ahead are even meaner, so be careful. God, I love this game so much. Like this is really a personal classic for me, you know. Like Final Fantasy VII, which kickstarted classic hits gaming, Resident Evil 3, you know, Vice City, you know, and now Super Mario 64. They're all personal classics to me. I didn't grow up with Super Mario Bros. The original. I wasn't even born when it came out. I wasn't born when Pac-Man came out. And yeah, I never played the original Animal Crossing. So yeah, Super Mario 64 though played a huge part of my childhood, so it's just very special to me. I'm just going to reset the 2 seconds now. I'm just getting used to reconnecting the live chat. Chad, do me a favor. Oh no, actually, yeah. Chad, do me a favor if you can, please. Just give me a second. I was like, ugh. Okay, Chad, if you can hear me, or anyone, sorry, Wacky Wacko or anyone, if you can hear me. I said Chad because Chad was the person who actually let me know the first time. If your comments aren't showing, thanks, Wacky. If my comments aren't showing, will you leave a comment on my previous community post or anything, video, stream, just to let me know? I'll be notified, then I'll know and I'll be able to fix it. Thanks. I didn't realize GoldenEye 64 was a year earlier before Half-Life. Jesus, I actually did. I thought that Half-Life was actually much later. Actually, thanks, Wacky. Okay, let's go to one of my favorite courses, Peach's Room. And I'm going to share a lovely, fond memory of this course. So I remember my dad was out in the garden doing a bit of gardening, and I was in here. I was like, "What is this room? There's nothing here. There's no painting." I didn't take notice of the windows. That's what they were to me, stained glass windows. I didn't even know what stained glass windows were. I couldn't even spell it. But I was like, "What is this room? What's going on here?" And something just told me to just like, let's go up here. Nothing's happening. And I eventually made my way in this window. And I ran out to the garden. It was just such excitement just to tell my dad, "Look, I found," because he actually bought the Nintendo 64 for himself. And this game came with it. And he got a racing game as well. Automobili Lamborghini Challenge. Was actually streaming this channel actually a few months back, or was it a year back or something? So yeah, but I took over the console. But I ran out to the garden to tell him. It's kind of hilarious looking back in it, really. Now I believe you can get a hidden star here if you I think if you finish the race on a certain time, or if you don't hit the I'm gone. If you don't hit the edges, I believe. Yes, I love Super Mario 64. Me and you both, and everyone in this live chat and everyone in this live stream, we all love Super Mario 64. Jess, my friend, welcome to Classic Hits Gaming. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join the live stream. That is much appreciated. How are you keeping? This, of course, is part one of my Super Mario 64 live stream. And this is Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the 80s, 90s, and noughties of gaming. Super Mario 64 is one of the most influential video games ever released, because not only did it introduce the Super Mario Bros. Series to 3D, with fully 3D rendered Mario, fully 3D rendered Peach's Castle, and fully 3D rendered game worlds, but the gaming industry as a whole would be influenced by Super Mario 64, and 3D gaming would become a standard after the release of this game. But yeah, this is a game that we all love so much. Again. Good thing is you don't actually lose any lives on that stage. Okay, I'll just get the normals there. But I think there is a hidden star if you finish that race on a fast time, or if you don't hit the edges of the slide. So I'll just take my time. I forget the exact requirements now, to be honest with you. But I believe it's one of those requirements, or maybe it's that you get all the coins. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Unless Power Star within 20 seconds. Thank you, Wacky. I knew that. I knew it was something like that. Thanks for clarifying that for me, Chad, or Wacky. Thanks, Wacky, for that. Now, I'm going to go into one of my favorite worlds in the game because of its music. I think you all know what's coming. I don't know if it's here or if it's is it? I think it's. Is it in here? That may be the snow world. Yeah. No, that's Whamp's Fortress. Wait a second. Oh, it's so warm here. I put the heating on earlier because it was a bit cold, but no, it's really. Okay, it's the other. After all these years, and I still got lost in Peach's Castle. Can you believe that? I have to take off my hoodie. stripping. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I'm going to share some Super Mario 64 trivia. Chad mentioned Luigi earlier. Well, Luigi was rumored to be in the game for many, many years. I mean, gamers all around the world were like desperately trying to figure out whether Luigi is in this game or not. Is there some kind of cheat code that you have to enter? Do you have to do something specific to unlock Luigi? Is Luigi in the game? You know, he was rumored to be in the game for years. But it was confirmed in 2020 that Luigi actually does exist in the game's code, but was never used. But his model is in the game's code. He was going to be in the game originally. Heating on this, I know it got a bit cold earlier, Dad, so I turned it on. You know this game very well, Dad. You know this game very, very well because you actually bought the Nintendo 64 and this game for yourself, but of course, I took it over. Dad, welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of classic gaming, your home of 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. So, diving is the fastest way to get the 20-second requirement in the original, but the DS version you just do the normal sliding. Ah, yeah, that's right, yeah. Do a jumping head slide and you're sorted. Here we are. Is that Jolly Roger Bay or Dire Docks? I think this is Dire Docks. Of course, you got the hidden aquarium up here as well. But just the music of this world, I absolutely adore. All good thanks, and you, my son. Glad you're keeping well, no problem. I'm doing quite well now, thank you very much for asking. Great to be playing Super Mario 64. It is indeed Jolly Roger Bay. Plunder in the sunken ship. So this music right here, let this music play just for a moment. Love it. Give him back his Nintendo 64, it's been over 20 years. Well, I hate to break it, yeah, but the original N64 is well gone by now. So technically, you ain't getting shit. Now what's great is the music changes when you go underwater. I always like that. You know, I'm glad you actually brought up the DS version, because what that represents is the fact that Super Mario 64 is beloved across two completely different audiences, generations. You have, of course, gamers like myself who played the original on N64 in the 90s, and of course, you got a generation of gamers who played the DS version in the mid 2000s. And they both come together and share a passion for this game. And I love that. And I think if there was a remake, it would sell so well because of that. Because you have like the DS version, the N64 version, and you've got these two generations, these two audiences, they would absolutely eat up a remake of Super Mario 64. And I mean, giving the choice of a brand new Mario game or a remake, obviously I prefer a brand new game. But I mean, Super Mario 64 and DS wasn't actually a remake. I don't consider it a remake because if it's, I don't want to be the concerned too much in visuals, but look at the visuals. Come on, you know, it could do with a new lick of paint, so to speak. This isn't actually the star that I was going for, but nonetheless. And your Game Boy. I know, yeah. I actually promised you a Game Boy Advance years ago. It's in the post. Okay, let's pop back in here because I actually wanted to do the sunken ship. You have to get the eel out of the ship before you can go in there. I think the best way for the DS version, well, I think the best way for the DS version is more of the same game, but exactly, it's like a deluxe edition, you could say. Um, yeah, reworks and new car. I think they did improve the visuals a little bit, but I just wouldn't consider personally. I wouldn't consider it a remake. I don't think Nintendo. I don't know if Nintendo actually marketed it as a remake. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not really one for too much remakes. I did discuss remakes on this channel a while back. I think there's factors that have to be taken into consideration when it comes to a remake. If it's a game that released in the last generation, and if the hardware that this so-called remake is releasing on doesn't really vastly improve the game, then to me there's no point in remaking the game, and I wouldn't consider it a remake. But if we're talking about a game that came out over 20 years ago, um, you know, or even 15 years ago, and the hardware that this remake is releasing on can vastly improve the game, then go ahead and remake it. I'm talking about you, Last of Us Part 2, or even Last of Us Part 1. Yeah. Poor Sonic, stuck in the corner. He looks a bit squashed, alright, doesn't he? He looks a bit squashed. I know. I had him fixed before there, but he did get. He does look. He trust me. He's comfortable. He's alive. He's grand where he is. The eel has been let loose, so now I can go into the sunken ship. Speaking of Luigi, in the OG being true, which makes sense why they added him in the DS version. Yeah, there's lots of like ideas that Nintendo would have had for their games, but the wait a second, what are we doing here now? Well, don't kill me, please. Oh God, dead. I'm dead. Yeah, so what Nintendo normally do, or other gaming companies, all gaming companies do, is they tend to kind of recycle their early ideas um, with like later releases. So yeah, so Luigi was supposed to be in the original N64, um, but it didn't work out. So when it released on DS, they decided to go back to the idea of having Luigi playable, and yeah, he is now playable in Super Mario 64 on DS. But the consequences be added. They turned him a bit broken menace, like main. He's OP. I'll be honest with you, I actually have not played. Um, I can't really remember too much of Super Mario 64 on the DS, really. I mean, I did get it, and I played it. Just don't have that much memories of playing it. I suppose I'm just more kind of into the original over the DS, really. Yeah, great version though. Super Mario 64 on the DS though, fantastic. I badly want to see a remake. Yeah, I don't blame you, but yeah, he's busted as hell. He busted Luigi. Get in there, will you? Let me go back up here and get some water. Or, not water, the opposite. Oxygen. Don't know if oxygen is the opposite of water, but yeah. I need oxygen, basically. In my lungs. Oh my days. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay. Oh, it starts at the top. Okay, fair enough. Well, let me try that again. Indeed. Welp, indeed. I really messed that one up, didn't I? Sorry about that. Well, Interval and AIC Comics will always love that name. Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming, the three greatest decades of the entire gaming history. This is part one of my Super Mario 64 live gameplay. Super Mario 64 being one of the most influential video games ever released because it not only introduced the Super Mario Bros. Series into the 3D era, but the entire gaming industry would follow after the release, and 3D gaming would become the standard of gaming. Subclassic, awesome game indeed. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. Hope that you enjoy. This game makes me feel even older. I know, I could imagine, because if I feel old playing this game, then dear God, I can only imagine how old you feel. But yeah, it doesn't get any more awesome than Super Mario 64. Beloved by so many gamers, and as I mentioned earlier, what's fascinating is the amount of there's literally like two completely like different generations of gamers who love this game. As I mentioned earlier, you've got the people who play the original on N64, and you have the people who played the DS version. So it's a beloved game, loved by so many people of all different generations. I'm good Classic, just got home. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, and it's the weekend, so even better. Right, the eel has left. Oh wait, I'm gonna do it this time now. No more messing around now. Alright, so we start with this one here. I think. I hope so. Alright, give me a bubble. Give me that bubble. Okay. Let's see. Let's go here. Give me that bubble. Give me that bubble. Let's go here. Yes. Okay. Give me a bubble. And one more. Haha. So the trick here is to swim as fast as you can up to the highest platform you can to avoid having to jump up these platforms. There will always only be one Super Mario. Well said. I stopped with Mario after this one. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to say, why did you stop? You know, fair enough. As much I do like this game, but man, the late game is brutal. You mean like the later part of the game is brutal? Hello, Toad, blending into the background. The names of the stars are also hints for finding them. They are displayed at the beginning of each course. You can collect the stars in any order. You won't find some stars, enemies, or items unless you select a specific star. After you collect some stars, you can try another course. We're all waiting for your help. I'm sick with a cold. Been dealing with some bullshit recently, especially this month. Man, Chad, you're having a pretty shitty month now, to be fair. I hope the end of the month gets better for you and you go into next month feeling a lot better. This was confusing when it first came out. Yeah, a lot of gamers were confused by Super Mario 64 because, you know, gamers were so used to 2D gaming, 2D Mario, you know, so moving left to right in a 2D space. All of a sudden, the game world is fully opened up in full 3D and you're moving in every direction. And I think a lot of players got lost and pretty confused. So that's fair enough. The last two stages of the game, mostly, they can be quite tough. I found them tough, but I didn't find them insanely tough, to be fair. I'm not showing off now, this is me personally. Hope you start feeling better soon. Summer colds are horrible. They actually can be quite the worst. Like the change in the weather, you know, can result in some pretty shitty colds, believe me. So, it has to be the... Wait, no, let me go in here. It's gotta be the penguin. It's gotta be... We've gotta sacrifice the penguin. In the name of King Charles, Satan himself. We have to sacrifice that penguin. Snow Mountain Summit. Watch for slippery conditions. Please enter the cottage first. No, I'll do what I want to do. Thank you very much. The penguin must be... This is literally my my YouTube banner. He knows what's coming. Look at him. He's literally fucking sacrificing himself. Oh, look at him. The clever... I've never seen that happen before. This guy literally... Although he cannot wait to get away from me. Come back. Oh, shit! Well, talk about a backfire. Okay, to be fair, I accept defeat. In this case, the penguin won. Yeah, still have snow. Imagine having snow in May. That's crazy, man. That's some serious global warming right there, man. Yeah, they're tough. I think I know why. I think those stages are brutal because those ones can test your patience sometimes. They can be, but you know, I didn't find them particularly too difficult. No, like, you know what I mean? Wasn't there an avalanche in UT recently that killed some? Jesus Christ Almighty! That's tragic. It's crazy. Maybe I haven't watched the news. That's crazy to think though. Like, of snow in May, like, damn. All right, penguin, you won. Look at him. He's just teasing me now. Look at him. He's up there saying ha ha ha. That's why he's not quacking. He's going ha 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 ha. You think it's so funny, don't you? Come here, come here, come here. Come here, you little bastard. Oh, don't accept defeat. Come here. Little shit. You're not going to get away. He can. I love how it's become obsessed with the penguin. Okay. So many memes. That penguin literally did become a meme. Absolutely. Uh, be right back. No problem. Take your time. Same here. Just heard something about it. The penguin. Okay, I will leave that penguin alone now. I think that penguin has just made a fool of me. I'm not going to embarrass myself any further. Instead, I'm going to defeat. Oh, what the hell? Were we? Oh, that's just a. Okay, I thought it was a race, but it isn't a race yet. Just got to make it to the end of this slide. The famous slide. But it's hidden. Shortcut. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, wait a second, I'm going the wrong way. Apparently, a player managed to get into this college without entering the They managed to open that door without going into down the chimney. Apparently, let me just refresh the live stream. I'm trying to be one step ahead of YouTube in case to make it that I can't see comments. Okay. I am now going to go to Womp's Fortress and stomp some Womp. Okay, can someone leave a comment, please, to let me know that that YouTube isn't glitched and that I can see your comments. Also, I don't normally do this, and it's pretty cringy, but I'm starting to really understand how YouTube works, and I would love more people to experience his classic games and to thank you, Dad, and to have. I just would love people to have fun on these live streams. Basically what I'm getting to is, please hit the like button. God, that feels so cringy. I don't know how people can do it. I don't make money off this, okay? I'm not a big YouTuber, so I'm only asking to hit the like button so more people can see this live stream and see classic games like this. So please, if you already haven't, please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm going to have to get used to saying that because I just feel so cringy. And if you haven't subbed already, please sub and hit the bell button. Fuck it, I might as well get used to it. Womp's Fortress is my favourite stage in this game. It is a pretty fun stage, to be fair. Got to do yard work. I'll keep the stream running. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please, I'm serious. Thanks. But no, thanks very much for dropping by the live stream interval. I really do appreciate that. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully catch you on the next live stream. And you better hit that like button. You hear me? Hello, the Lakita Bros cutting in with a live update on Mario's progress. He's about to learn a technique for sneaking up on enemies. The trick is this. He has to walk very slowly in order to walk quietly. And wrapping up filming techniques reported on earlier. Yeah, he's just recapping. Have a good night, interval. I'm really serious though. Please hit the like button because apparently it helps push the live stream out so more people can watch. It's not really about me here. It's not about me. It's not about me wanting to get likes and me. It's literally about having, but giving people the opportunity to watch this live stream. You know, YouTube push out the most stupidest content, the most hurtful content that depresses people, upsets people, angers people, divides people. All I want to do is give people a fun live stream to watch. You should also put hashtag on your titles for shorts and more. Wait, how does that work? Wait. Chad, how does that work? What do you mean put hashtags? How does that work? Put a hashtag on your titles for shorts and mobile live streams. Oh, so only for shorts and mobile. So like this. So how does that work now? I'm completely new to that now. Off to bed, time for an early night, being going lately. Night. Good night, Dad. Thanks for dropping by the live stream, and don't forget to hit the like button. I'm serious now at this stage. I'm not even afraid to say it anymore. No, I know it's becoming like aggressive about it. You better hit the fucking like button now, or I'll kill you. Yeah, that escalated quickly, didn't it? But yeah, like hashtag Nintendo and Super Mario 64. So do you mean like put hashtag Nintendo, hashtag SM64, and hashtag Super Mario in the title of my mobile live stream, or in the description or tags or what? Like I'm not quite sure what's the exact process. Like where do I put those? Where do I put that basically? Where do I put that? Where do I put hashtag Nintendo and the rest? Please, Chad, and thanks. So have you all hit the like button? Oh, I skipped his dialogue. I feel so bad now. He's basically talking about how we all literally walk all over wamps when they build our pathways and yada yada yada. And he said enough. That's basically a recap of what he's saying. Well, he's dead now. Yes, in the title at the end. Okay, when you mean at the end, I'm not. I'm see, sorry, no, Chad. I get confused very easily. That's just me. When you say at the end, what exactly do you? Thank you, Wacky. At least someone liked the fucking. Sorry, I'm only joking. Thanks, Wacky. What exactly do you mean? Because I'm confused. Like, if I'm doing a title, like the title of this live stream is Super Mario 64 Part 1. So, are you saying that I do Super Mario 64 Part 1, hashtag Nintendo, and hashtag SM64? Is that what you mean? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean now. Thank you so much for that. I did not know that. Chad, you're a lifesaver. Thank you. Much appreciated. But now hit the like button. Because it is all about the algorithm. I need to understand YouTube and how it works, you know. But again, this isn't about me. I'm not making any money from this, nor do I want to. I just want people to come across these fun, you know, enjoyable live streams. That's all I want. No, crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I won't grovel. Here, you win. Take this with you. So I'm going to fight Bowser, and then we're going to end part 1 of my Super Mario 64 live stream, and then I'm going to get some sleep. Already hit the like button. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. It's the same for TikTok as well. Nice one. I would have known that. Thank you so much, Chad. You've recovered 8 of the power stars. Now you can open the door with the big star, but Bowser is just ahead. Can you hear the princess calling? No, I can't. I must be deaf. So I'm going to start doing that now in my next live streams. Reacting to the star, the door opens. And this is the first of quite a few deceptions in Super Mario 64. Oh, there's Peach. Wait, what? Dear God, Peach has now become a Bowser sexual. Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Wahaha, you stepped right into my trap just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend, watch your step. You watch your step, I'm coming for you. You're hiding, you're waiting for me to come to you. I'm coming to you. So you're hiding away scared. So don't you be saying, watch my step. You watch your fucking step. And just in case YouTube is trying to stream. There we go. What are you playing this game on? Peyton, I am playing Super Mario 64 on Nintendo Switch using the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack membership. I know it's a long title. So long story short, I'm playing on Switch. Welcome, Peyton. Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the 80s, 90s, and noughties gaming, the three greatest decades of the gaming industry. How are you doing, my friend? And thank you for taking the time out to watch the live stream. Hope you enjoy. Reactions to videos help as well. My friend does reactions to Super Mario 64 Gmod videos. I actually have been told that in the past. I might try it actually sometime. Thanks, chat. Also, strangely, it's 12 stars in the DS version, but makes sense. It has more stars than the last door in 80 compared to 70. Yeah, they did add in a lot more in the DS version, so it would make sense, correct, yeah. These stages terrified me, actually. It was just the anticipation of, like, fighting a boss battle, and also, like, trying to maneuver um, the stages as well. To be fair, just looking back on it, actually, and it's perfect timing as I die. This game actually was quite challenging, actually. Because I mean, a lot of players, myself included, we had to adapt to 3D gaming, and 3D platforming was really tough. I mean, I grew up playing like Sonic games, so I was pretty accustomed to platforming, but never 3D platforming. Having to not only maneuver Mario in this 3D space, but also maneuvering the camera angle to try to get that exact, perfect jump, because it all relied on the camera angle at the end of the day. I thought at first you were playing an official Nintendo 64 console, but I didn't see the console anywhere, or maybe off screen. And then I got curious and asked what you're playing on. Well, I do have the Nintendo 64 controller, but it's wireless. It's the N64 controller that you can get from the Nintendo Switch Online membership. But yeah, I actually wanted to play the original, but I was hoping to come across a copy of Super Mario 64, but I was unsuccessful, and I had already scheduled to go live. I had already scheduled to go live tonight, so I couldn't let you lovely people down. So that's why I decided to stick to the Switch version. Yet the first time death in that stage, it's a good old mess up for all of us who played any version. I'm telling you, it does have a lot of tricky areas of the game that you do have to just be very careful, really. Like this, oh my god, I'm actually scared. I'm actually scared now. And this is only the first Bowser stage. But it's really fun though, of course. The platforming is extremely fun. But there was a lot of rage. Don't get me, I mean, make no mistake about it. Little Johnny had a lot. Little Johnny had big rage playing this game. Make no bones about that. He's emulating on PS5. I'm not emulating on PS5. And there's a fully rendered Bowser. You know. Tough luck, Mario. Princess Toadstool isn't here. Wahaha. Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. I love how he literally tells you what to do. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Really? Is that so? And a lot of people literally have been debating for years what Mario just said there. Did he say so long Bowser or so long gay Bowser? I mean, obviously he said so long Bowser, but some people just like to make everything into a joke and say, well, he said so long gay Bowser. And I can imagine it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before Sweet Baby Inc. attack Nintendo and the woke mob, attack the game by calling Mario homophobic or something like that. It's only a matter of time. I'm calling it here. Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not as I had planned, but I still hold the power of the stars and I still have Peach. Wahaha. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later. They removed the gay Bowser from the 3D All-Star. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? So it already happened. So people were that offended that Nintendo had to take away. Oh my god. Like, he does not say so long gay Bowser. He does not say that. Like, also, ironic, this game, just like Sonic Adventure 1, the last game that Peach used to be called Toadstool and Koopa being called Bowser. Yep, correct. That's mental. That's actually mental. I'm really surprised by that. Save and the save and continue, but I actually want to say quit. But anyway, you can actually create create your own. Create a spin point. Okay, that's going to do it for part 1 of my Super Mario 64 live gameplay. Thank you so much for watching, and chat, thanks for the tips on how to improve the algorithm. Much appreciated. Yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. I'm going to get some sleep now, and I will see you next time on Classic Hits Gaming. Thanks again for your support. Much appreciated.